Hey guys, today's Sabbath school lesson talks about Esther's banquets, where she invites the king and Haman to her side of the palace to enjoy food, supposedly. But the root cause of these banquets is much deeper. She's not only building a respect between her and her husband, the king, she's also showing us today the difference between true honor and self-glorification. For her being the queen, while her life may have been threatened by this law imposed against the Jews, she was not afraid to stand up for those around her. She did not want to die, but more importantly, she didn't want her people to be extinguished. She invited the king and Haman to these banquets in order to prove a point not only to herself that she had the king's ear, but to us today to show that there is a point in time where we have to risk it all, but also understand the culture in which we live. The culture in which she lived, it could have been certain death had she approached the king unannounced and uncalled. For us, our culture has several different things that could be quote-unquote certain death. It could be certain death to try and argue creationism with some evolutionists, simply from the standpoint that we disagree on certain areas and somebody has to give in eventually. Our culture has differences of opinions as to absolute truth. Is there an absolute truth? Is Jesus the only way to heaven? There's certain areas where we have to live inside our culture and understand other people's points of view, but also there comes a point in time where we have to invite those that can control our life, so to speak, our friends that disagree with us, relatives that disagree with us. We have to be able to invite them into our house to say, I want to build a trust with you so that when I'm going to tell you about Jesus, when I'm going to tell you about my true God, when I'm going to tell you about my religion, then I know that we have an understanding and we can at least approach each other. And I hope that you welcome me into your kingdom, into your realm, into your reality, so that we can debate and discuss, and that we'll have a rapport and a friendship, so that you will accept what I have to say and understand that I am part of a religion that worships the true God. Won't you hear me out? Think about it. How can we prepare ourselves today in order to discuss and have friendships with those that disagree with us so that when the time comes, we can have an opportunity to witness to them? Think about it, guys. Let me know in the comments. Thanks. Bye.